I'm trying not to laugh right now because I just watched this movie where there's an artist and he's like a tortured artist, and they ask him like what his inspirations are, and he's like fear, and then it has this montage of him like, like pain, and then he's like, you know, he cuts his finger and there's blood on the wall, and like anger, and he smashes an egg.
That's funny.
Perfect.
Let's do not
that.
To answer it that
We're going to
way.
do that version
I'm
for
trying
you.
not to say fear, anger, and
Pain.
yeah. Hi, I'm Cyrus Tilton. I'm a sculptor and sometimes two-dimensional artist, you know, when it suits me. And I live in Oakland right now. I'm from Alaska originally, and been here for probably 13 years now. A place in between was kind of, actually I was having a bit of artist block, I guess. You know, I kind of put it in my own head that I had to have clearly defined body of work. I think that was causing some block, you know, and I decided to kind of try to just put that away and just start creating without the pressure of trying to make it fit into something nice and neat. And after a while, things started fitting into place, and I started seeing this common, you know, thread. And during that time, and I still feel this way, I'm spinning a lot of plates, and that was kind of, and trying to, you know, not drop any of them, and finding balance is a piece in that show, and that's a lot of that kind of sums up what I was trying to work with in my life. I was incorporating kinetic ideas, kind of this, you know, the revolution and the spinning of plates, kind of, and cycles. So I was using wheels, basically, like variations of the wheel, which is, you know, doesn't get much more simple than that. Axles, and I also wanted to use some crude forms of animation and give people, you know, like, just invite people to participate in their experience with how they see the piece also. The Falling Dream was working with this idea of a head that has several faces, and so I wanted to make this head that had different expressions or different personalities within one piece, where the person looking at the piece can be involved with determining their experience with it. Relation is a kind of a crude kind of flip book style zoetrope almost. And they're all self-portraits, but that is literally a self-portrait. And Revolution is a female figure with holding different masks of different expressions. Is it that they're deciding what their emotion is, or seeing themselves in the piece, or are they seeing it as its own thing, its own object? And the unicycle is a headless body on a unicycle carrying a nest of baby birds. That piece, I wanted to try to, with one movement, try to get the most movement out of a simple initial, you know, nudge. I like to change things just enough to where it, you know, it leaves myself and people maybe guessing. In the cycle, well, previous to the cycle, I had worked on human nature. I'd always, well, not always, but kind of more recently, actually, within the last 5 years, I've been getting interested in installation work. So I was trying to come up with ways that I could use vessel gallery. I did want to use the space to kind of envelop people in a swarm of locusts. The big idea was showing the life cycle of locusts and comparing it to human nature, and so I'm seeing humans as this, consuming insect population. The idea of standing in a space and having your peripheral filled with these moving individuals at different planes, different axes, was interesting, and a nice way to fill a space. So it worked nicely with the other pieces that I was thinking about, of just the idea of this a mass of individuals kind of taking on this, becoming this, a one entity. Almost, it's a cloud of. There's so many that it becomes one almost, and the idea of being enveloped in this cloud of individuals, kind of, it becomes ethereal almost. A lot of my stuff recently is using materials that I can't completely control, so I have to let some chance determine the end piece. It opens me up to kind of just the journey of the beginning of a piece to the end of the piece, rather than trying to hit a particular mark at the end. I'm present during the whole journey of the sculpture.
So what's your favorite color?
Good question.
Yeah, do you have a favorite color?
Probably epoxy soaked DOS color, and like an ivory, a natural ivory color probably.
Okay. I was thinking you were going to say blue, but okay.
I thought about blue. That was the first, but everybody says blue.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't say blue.
Such a nonconformist.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my initial reaction was blue. So I wanted to conform really badly. Sorry if that was like. I hope you can edit.
It was good.
Got some
Yeah,
stuff.
I've got some great stuff.